Episode 1. This is a reading from the Facebook page of Bill the Vampire, in his own words, aka the free will of vampire legend. Everything here was written personally by Bill Ryder, compiled from his personal Facebook page. But first, a word from Bill himself. Thanks, Featheroff. This is getting kind of meta, isn't it? Bill, just say what you're gonna say. I have cats to feed. Yeah, I heard. You feed them meat? What the fuck is going on in your house? Bill, right, so Author Monkey told me that not only do I have to do this weekly reading thing, I also have to create a bit where I highlight other authors he knows. It's like giving handjobs to friends. I don't know, I don't pay attention. It's something about using his fan base to cross-promote our books or something like that. It sounds like a lot of coattail riding to me, but fuck it. Them's the rules. So, here's my new weekly segment called, Hey, look at this asshole. This week, the asshole is Drew Hayes. He wrote a bunch of fucking books nobody's ever heard of, but if you want to meet him, head on down to the Authors and Dragons Con in Vegas. He'll be the guy in the corner blowing a unicorn. He wrote this piece of shit, and this piece of shit, and this piece of shit. Hey, wait a minute. Go back. Hold it there. The utterly uninteresting and unadventurous tales of Fred the Vampire Accountant. Well, that sounds like direct competition. Why are we plugging him? Bill, if I may, just for a second I want to interrupt. If you want a gothic accountant, don't go to Fred, but instead, go to Dutchman Enterprises. The woman that does the bookkeeping and the taxes there, she is phenomenal. Wait a minute. Hold on. Isn't that your wife's company? Are you plugging your wife's business? Yes.
Hi, Bill. Hi, Twat Waffles. This is Anne. I am Voice Monkey's wife, and I also do bookkeeping, business management, tax returns.
Whoa, what the fuck? Man, this is getting weird. I'm just saying, she's super goth. Cool. Thanks, guys. Can you get the fuck out of the booth and let me finish this shit now?
Okay, bye!
Right. Sorry about that. And now, the diary of Bill the Vampire. Fuck you, pal. It's not a diary, it's a journal. And now, the Journal of Bill the Vampire. Written by William Ryder. Narrated by Christopher John Featheroff. September 14th. So, for the first 24 years of my life, I programmed, I played D&D, and I hung out with my buddies. Then, I died. And things finally got interesting. Some douche in New Jersey, Rick Gualtieri. Is that how you say it? Is it Gualtieri? Or is it Gualteria? Gualteria? Anyway, some douche in New Jersey, Rick Gualtieri, has been chronicling my adventures. If you're interested, go ahead and pick them up. They're all on audible.com. I get a small cut of the proceeds, which is cool. My day job pays okay, but not enough to sustain me for all of eternity. By the way, the stuff that goes on here may or may not coincide with the books. I don't read them, so no idea what lies the author monkey makes up. So, number 1, ignore all the shit you've read. Author monkey lies. Number 2, no, not everything that goes on here makes it into the books. See point number 1. And also, thank God, some things are best kept out of print. That whole episode with Becky, for instance, best forgotten. Number 3, thanks to me doing a piss-poor job of reading my contract before signing it, I am forced to abide by the rule that says everything that happens in these books is official canon, and this page is just for entertainment purposes. Fuck you, untalented writer hack. Number 4, I have never, ever said Sookie. Here's a penny. Go buy yourself a new joke. And number 5, no, I don't have any nude photos of Sally to share, so stop asking. Well, there you go. There's your orientation. There might or might not be a quiz later. The Private Journal of Bill the Vampire. Part 1. The Caven Chronicles. October 1st. Hey all, Bill Ryder here. I finally got sick and tired of my fucking chronicler, Rick Gualtieri, screwing things up about me and generally taking all the credit. The asshole only pays me 25 cents for every book he sells. What the fuck? So, here I am to set the record straight on me, vampires, and on whatever the hell else I feel like talking about. October 2nd. Finally dark out, so I'm off to prowl the streets in search of unsuspecting prey to drain every last drop of blood out of it. Just kidding. Heading out for pizza and maybe a few DVDs from Redbox. October 6th. Well, that was odd. I heard a noise, so I went downstairs to meet my new neighbors. Was standing there knocking on the door when one of the other tenants walks by and asks why I'm knocking on a vacant apartment. Turns out, nobody moved in. A bit weird. Oh well, maybe it was rats. Big rats. October 7th. Yeah, must be rats. Could hear scrabbling and chewing noises all night. Going to call our cheap-ass landlord and tell him to get an exterminator out here stat. Also, my idiot neighbor from the first floor just came knocking, asking me if I'd seen her Yorkie sweetie pie. Apparently, he's missing. What the hell do I look like, the city pound? Christ, you're not even supposed to have a dog in this building, you stupid bitch. And who the fuck names a dog sweetie pie anyway? October 8th. Landlord sending an exterminator on Monday. Good. Started to sound more like a pack of baboons than rats down there. Can't believe I'm saying this, but heading over to the Coven tonight for some peace and quiet. P.S. Fuck Soho. October 9th. Just got home from the weekly D&D game. Sounds like things have been getting worse. Now even Ed is hearing shit going on downstairs, with just his puny human ears. Jeez, must be a regular rat orgy down there. Sucks that I have to be jealous of rats now. October 10th. Jeez, I almost incinerated myself a few minutes ago. Stupid landlord wasn't around to let the exterminator in, so he started just ringing bells. Had to go down and hold the door open for him while he lugged in his gear. Not a great idea for someone who tends to get all crispy in the daylight. Oh well, goodbye rats. Enjoy hell. October 11th. The exterminator just knocked on my door. He's still checking for rats, but wanted to know if I was missing a dog. Said he found a collar right outside the door when he went into Mrs. Craven's place. Handed it over to me. Yeah, you guessed it. The tags on it said Sweetie Pie. Is it common for exterminators to scream, "Oh God, please help me"? Houston, we may have a problem. Okay, was heading downstairs to drop Sweetie Pie's collar in my neighbor's mailbox. I don't want to actually talk to her. When I noticed something lying on the landing of the floor beneath mine. It was a freaking human finger. No idea how Tom missed that on his way out to work this AM. No, scratch that. That one at least makes sense. Tom probably wouldn't notice his own dick if someone cut it off. Anyway, I have no idea what the hell to do. Ed's freaking out and he wants me to call the cops. I'm freaking out because I don't want to call the cops. Hello, vampire here. Oh, and because I now have both a dead dog's collar and a severed finger sitting on my kitchen counter. Gotta think. October 17th. Great. The cops showed up today to question all the tenants. Jeez, such fuss over one missing exterminator. Well, okay, there's also that dead dog. And according to the cops, a bunch of the neighbors from surrounding buildings are missing pets too. So maybe this is getting a wee bit out of hand. Fortunately, thanks to a few white lies from yours truly, the cops left without entering the downstairs apartment. Guess I really don't have a choice here. Next time they'll probably show up with a freaking SWAT team. Sally, if you don't hear back from me, well, kindly ask Boston to put someone trustworthy in charge. Heading downstairs. Oh shit. Should have waited for you, Sally. It's frickin' impossible. I feel like I'm losing my goddamn mind. Okay, deep breath. So, anyway, I went downstairs, figured I'd break into the place, awesome vampire strength and all that, but there was no need. The door was unlocked. So I walked into Mrs. Caven's apartment and she was fucking there. Miss Caven, I mean, or at least a feral, naked, hissing version of Miss Caven. The bitch came up from behind me, threw me across the room, then dove out the window. 1 minute she's there and the next she's not. Okay, I need to calm down. Maybe I hallucinated it. All those drugs I did back in college might just be finally catching up to me. I really hope they are, because last I checked, that nosy old bitch was dead. as in half her head was replaced with buckshot dead. It don't get much deader than that. Gotta think. Needless to say, if you're out on the streets of Brooklyn tonight and you see a naked, hissing 80-year-old woman, just run. As for me, I'm gonna go back to freaking the fuck out. October 18th. Me. I thought you guys killed Miss Caven. Tom. Yep. Ed shot the crazy vampire bitch in the face. Me. And you saw her turn to dust. Tom. Oh. Was that supposed to happen? I live with idiots. October 24th. Okay, the nightly stakeouts, get it? Vampires? Stakeouts? Are going nowhere. Guess Tom doesn't look too appetizing. Need to rethink this. Need to put myself in the mindset of a crazy 80-year-old lady turned feral vampire. Not holding out too much luck on this one. October 26th. Okay, I think I finally caught a break with this Miss Caven crap. Thank God. I was starting to get desperate to the point that I was actually considering asking Tom's GF, a.k.a. the one who wants me dead, for help. Cops found another body yesterday. No, that's not the break. So I really need to end this. Anyway, I was talking to the guy who runs the pizza shop down the block. He knows all the gossip in the neighborhood. He also makes a mean slice of Sicilian, but that's not important right now. What is important is that he's been hearing lots of people complaining about a peeping Tom. No, not my roomie. Here's the catch, though. Most of these people don't live on the first floor. In life, Miss Caven was a nosy-ass bitch who tried to be in everyone's business. I'm betting that somewhere in her blood-starved brain she's reverting to type. Just can't keep from checking everybody else out. That gives me an idea. Tom's not gonna like it. Or maybe he will. Who knows? That dude is a little weird. October 27th. Okay, it's back to the stakeout this coming weekend, especially with Halloween coming up. Need to catch this rogue vamp before the streets are full of kids. Well, young kids at least. She can kill all the punk-ass teenagers she wants as far as I'm concerned. Back to the plan. Tom actually agreed to it to my not-so-great surprise. See, Miss Caven was the neighborhood busybody. She liked to be in everyone's business and didn't like anyone stepping out of line. She once called the cops on Tom when he got shit-faced and decided to relieve himself on the side of our building. I'm willing to bet there's part of her still in there. So this weekend, after it gets dark, and late, this'll look weird if it's 7 p.m., we're going to recreate that scenario. Every time Tom feels the need to take a whiz, he's going to do it outside. And if that bitch is around, I'm willing to bet she goes nuts at seeing that and goes after him. Except this time, I'll be waiting for her in ambush. Great idea, no? Okay, fine, but I got nothing else at this point. October 31st. You know, screw you kids. I hope Miss Caven eats all your douchebag little asses. Figure instead of a costume, I'd put on my vamp face and spook out the little trick-or-treaters. No. Instead, most of them told me I had a lame costume, and one little punk-ass called me a Twilight wannabe cocksucker. Sometimes it is really hard to keep from killing people en masse. November 4. Finally I have a cell signal. Been lost in these sewers for 2 days now. I'm underneath a manhole cover somewhere. Of course, I can't go up and check where the hell I am because it's fucking daytime. It also figures that neither Tom or Ed is picking me up. On the upside, I think I found Miss Caven's nest. At the very least, I found something's nest down here. Hopefully I can find it again. Once it's dark, I'm heading topside to do a few things. Get home, shower, maybe twice, go out and buy a new goddamn phone, one that loads Google Maps on it, get Ed's shotgun and go sewer hunting. Wish me luck. I need it. November 12. Packing for a trip down into the sewers. It's like camping if you want to sleep on a bed of shit instead of leaves. Tom and Ed are coming with me this time, or as Ed says, someone needs to make sure you don't wander aimlessly down there for a week like some kind of fucking retarded sewer rat. Oh yeah, feeling the love. November 15. Holy shit, what a fucking night. Well, there's good news and bad news. The bad news, our apartment is completely trashed. Again. Tom and Ed are gonna go apeshit when they get out of the hospital later today. I don't think there are any brooms big enough to clean this mess up in time. The good news, I finally got the bitch. One psycho vamp dusted. Too bad our vacuum and dustpan were among the casualties. More bad news, I think my jaw's dislocated. Ow, she hit hard. More later. I'm gonna go crunch a jar of Advil and wait for my vampire healing to take care of things. As I sit here, typing with one hand, fifth of tequila in the other, I feel pretty damn fine. Sure, my roommates are gonna flip out their fucking minds when they see this place, but who cares? Fuck 'em, I say. And as for that bitch Miss Caven, would you believe she doubled back on us? There we were, spending the whole weekend wading through shit and God knows what else, and then the old bag came back to the apartment building. Yep, she was nice and cozy in her old place, it would seem. Then when I got home from the hospital, I guess she decided to follow me upstairs. I got in, took my coat off, and then started hearing the scratching at the door. I go to check it out, and just as I was opening the door, her fist comes crashing through it. Good thing my fucking face was there to stop it. Yeah, lucky me. Ugh, I'll finish this later. The can is calling. This Mexican piss water goes right through me. Yellow in, yellow out. Just the way God and Jose Cuervo intended. November 16th. Ugh. Note to save the celebration until after the cleanup. Woke up this morning on top of a pile of damp ashes. I'm pretty sure they're Miss Caven's, and I kinda sorta remember peeing on them before I passed out. Oh well. The less said about that, the better, especially since the roomies are both home now and they're pissed. Especially Tom, since, you guessed it, a few of his toys got broken in the scuffle. Jeez, you wouldn't think one old lady, even one that was a vampire, would put up such a fight. I'll fill you in on the details later. For now, I gotta start filling up the trash bags. Guess I'll tell you the same thing I told Tom and Ed. It was more like fighting a rabid dog than an old lady. Once Miss Caven broke in and knocked me halfway across the room in the process, she was all snarling and growling and clawing at me. If she was about 60 years younger, it might have been kinda hot. As it was, she tossed my ass around the apartment like a rag doll before I got in a good shot. Then it was back and forth. I'd punch her in the face, she'd kick me in the teeth, I'd slam her against the wall, she'd throw me through a door. If she had been a 6.5-foot tall biker dude, the whole brawl would have looked badass. Instead, I'm kinda glad nobody was there to watch it. Me beating up an old lady would have looked bad. A little old lady beating me up would have looked worse. It finally ended when she threw me into the kitchen and I went through the table. I managed to grab one of the broken-off legs as she leapt at me, and then poof, no more Miss Caven. All in all, not one of my finest moments. November 28th. Ed pointed me toward a news article today on a body that was found over the weekend just a few blocks away. A body full of bite marks. There's no coven activity in my neighborhood that I'm aware of. Still, could just be a random vamp passing through. At least, that's what I thought until Tom had to go and open his big fucking mouth. How do you know that Miss Craven didn't wind up turning anyone? Maybe one of her victims survived. Great. Just fucking great. Now I have to think about that, too. It's not like I don't have enough on my mind. Holiday spirit my ass. The Private Journal of Bill the Vampire will return each week with a new episode. So, take your hand off the dial. You're tuned in to the right place. Thank you for listening to The Frequency. Get your freak on.